opening statement. So I just want to pay a compliment to Mauricio. I thought it was a very challenging game, both down in Antigua. That third goal that Albert scored at the end, if we didn't score that, how does that change the game? I thought he has a very good team. I like the number 9, the Flores from Venezuela. I thought he had some good players. So I wish him all the best in his season. Suerte todos. And I appreciated the effort that his players put into the match.
Thank you for that. We'll go ahead and start with questions now. We'll start down here in the front row middle.
Yeah, Pedro has been pretty good for you this year so far. Did that feel like sort of a breakout game for him? And by the way, congratulations on the win.
Well, 7 goals if you include the preseason. So you're going to talk about all the good things that he does. I will pump the brakes a little bit because, at 1-0, did we kind of lose a little bit of control of the game? And certainly taking that goal, I didn't enjoy that. And I think Pedro, and it's not just Pedro, but other guys on the team might have taken some liberties. So Pedro's last little bit of learning curve has to be that what it takes to win an MLS Cup, what it takes to go deep into what is now the CCC, is a little bit more discipline in the way he plays and in the way the team plays, because I'm not just going to pin it on him. So he's going to get the accolades because his 2 goals tonight were certainly worthy of all of the good words and all of the accomplishments that he's done in preseason so far. But he's not a finished product. He's got to do better in certain moments, the little flicks over the head by the sideline, and then the other team comes down and scores. That stuff has to stop. So super, super talented kid. What I want to say is if you guys don't get excited watching him play, then I think something's off, because his technical ability, the way he can do some of the things, the way he manipulates the ball are fantastic. But in order for us to win a championship, we need to make sure that he uses his skill set in the right way.
Okay, we'll continue front row middle here.
Coach, we've been praising the depth of the team. Today you switched out your pivots. You had JP and Danny Leyva there. It seemed like their positional integrity and the distribution of the ball was very clean. So I wanted to get your take on their overall performance today and how important they were for the result.
Credit to Craig for giving me a talented team. And again, credit to Adam and the fitness staff. Both JP and Danny Leyva were ready for this opportunity. I thought they had a really good game.
Okay, we'll go here on the wall and then back to the third row after that one.
Brian, one of the things you wanted to do was to stop their momentum and for you to play up-tempo. You said this the other day, and then play clean defensively. What did you take just in terms of how you played in those 3 things? Stopping their tempo, and then you playing clinically defensively and not as sloppy as the other night.
Well, we didn't, Maz, because we gave up a goal. But did we control tempo for large parts of the game? Yes. Were we effective in our transition moments? Yes. Were we good on the ball? Yes. Good in our possession? Yes. So we checked a lot of boxes. And, there was going to be a challenge for them to come here. I know they had a difficult travel schedule. They were waiting 12 hours in an airport because one of their flights got canceled. It was going to be a heavy lift. Again, so credit to them for the effort and their application. But I thought our team played well.
Okay, we'll go third row on the right, and then we'll go back to the back on the other side.
Coach, you had an opportunity to, throughout your career, face some of the Central American teams and have not only seen their growth, but got an opportunity to test your players with a different level of talent, aggression, and at times grit. Can you tell us, aside from the obvious, which is advancing, what are the benefits that MLS benefits off of being included in this challenge?
Thank you for that question, Jose, because Montagua went through tonight against RSL. Antigua tonight, again, what are the lessons that I give to those players that we discussed before this game, that we discussed before their game? Those young men are playing for their lives, their livelihood. they are trying to get themselves in a better place in life, and the effort and the application of what they try and do is what some of our players need to understand, because it was clearly evident by the way our opponent played.
Okay, we'll go on your left in the very back.
Buenas noches. Del 1 al 10, ¿cómo califica el rendimiento del equipo el día de hoy? Y considerando que el Cruz Azul es un equipo bastante superior a Antigua, ¿qué modificaciones piensa hacer tanto en el equipo como en el sistema de juego?
Congratulations on the win. From 1 to 10,
Gracias.
from 1 to 10, how would you rate the effort that the game that the team had today? And then, considering that Cruz Azul is a stronger opponent, arguably, what modifications or changes on the strategy would, at the team level and at the strategy level, would you have for that game?
1 to 10, I give my team a good grade. I think we can do things better. Cruz Azul is a very good team. We have not played Cruz Azul before. We played Monterrey, we played Santos, we played America. We've played a lot of Mexican teams, but we have not played Cruz Azul. So we are looking forward to that. They are an exceptional team. What I would tell you is that I'm very proud of this team, because we have done well traditionally in this tournament. We have been undefeated in 11 games. I know there's a lot of draws, but we've had a good record so far. We're the only team in MLS that has won this tournament in 2022. So we are looking forward to the challenge. The players are already talking about it in the locker room, about the next chapter, and we'll see how that plays out.
En términos de cuánto sería mi grado para el equipo, en realidad les doy un buen grado, pero siempre hay oportunidad para mejorar. La verdad es que con respecto a la otra pregunta, no hemos jugado nunca contra Cruz Azul, hemos jugado contra muchos otros equipos mexicanos, pero nunca contra Cruz Azul. Entonces tenemos mucho entusiasmo en jugar con ellos por primera vez y aprender acerca de la oportunidad. Ahora, estoy muy orgulloso de mi equipo, de nuestro equipo y cómo está jugando. Sin embargo, bueno, hay una serie de estadísticas que nos acompañan, como por ejemplo el hecho de que no hemos perdido en los últimos 11 partidos en esta competencia, que somos los únicos de la MLS que ha logrado ganar esta competencia también, y vamos a utilizar todo eso para poder continuar mejorando en los siguientes partidos.
Muchísimas gracias, Augusto. Tu español es muy mejor que mío. We'll finish up with a couple down here in the front row on the aisle. Yeah.
Congratulations on the win. What would you say about Areola and Ferreira's connection and their play today?
Well, you could see their connection on the first goal, obviously. They've played together a lot, so they know tendencies and all that sort of stuff. Again, I will credit Craig bringing the two players here. They're super talented players. And I think you got a glimpse of Jesus. Paul's got a couple of goals, so he might get a little bit more press. But I thought Paul had a very good game tonight. He could have had 3 or 4 assists. So I thought he was very good tonight.
Okay, we'll do 2 last ones here on the aisle and then on the side of the front row.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Want to get your take on the Reagan and Yamar duo and what's been going well for the team, other than the obvious reasons of the good defensive record?
Well, they didn't make the mistakes they made against Charlotte, if that's what you're asking. I thought both of them were very good. I was happy to give Yaimar a little bit of a break. I would have made that sub at halftime. But, again, credit to Antigua for making the game a little bit more challenging, because we have to find some rotation for those two guys, and it's sometimes hard to get a rotation in with 2 important pieces of the team. So Yaimar and Jackson both had strong games tonight.
Va a ser en español la pregunta. Felicitaciones en el triunfo, Coach Brian. Entendemos que tiene varios partidos en poco tiempo y la rotación de jugadores está presente, pero me gustaría preguntarle qué se necesita para que un jugador joven de los que tienen en la escuadra pueda ser titular. Y me refiero al caso de Dani Leiva, que el día de hoy, en mi opinión, tuvo un muy buen juego.
Coach, congratulations on the win. We understand that there are many games coming into these next few weeks, and I would like to understand what is your rotation plan for the players, and specifically, I would like to also understand what is the need, what needs to happen for a young player to become a starter. In particular, I'm asking about Dani Leiva, who had a great game tonight.
Thank you, Felipe, for the compliment. The team played well. I can't give away any lineups. I know against RSL, we're going to put the best team that I can out there. Obviously, I rested some players tonight so they could play in that game against Cruz Azul. How are we going to line up there? We have another game, LAFC at home. It's going to be challenging. What Dani Leiva has to do is take these opportunities and play up to his potential, because he does have a lot of potential. And then, then we'll see what happens in the future. He's been with us for a long time. I know his strengths, I know his weaknesses, and he's been working awfully hard off the field to get stronger, faster, fitter, and I think that shows in his play.
Gracias. Me parece que el equipo jugó muy bien hoy día. Pero en realidad, con respecto a tu pregunta, no puedo hablar acerca de la alineación que voy a poner en nuestros siguientes partidos. Tenemos partido con RSL, con LAFC, con Cruz Azul, y van a haber movimientos en esas alineaciones. Sin embargo, específicamente por Dani Leiva, lo que él tiene que hacer es seguir trabajando como viene trabajando y esforzándose como se viene esforzando. Se puede ver que su trabajo fuera de la cancha su fuerte trabajo fuera de la cancha está haciéndose reflejado en la cancha también. Y eso va a hacer de que yo lo siga considerando para los siguientes partidos también.
Gracias again. Otra vez, Augusto. We'll go here in the front and then back on the aisle from Fox 13.
Hey, Coach, again, congratulations on the win. You mentioned being the only MLS team to win it in 2022. Given that there's new players that weren't on that team back then, what's the message to the team as a whole now, how to, go deep in this competition while still maintaining good play in league play in MLS?
They have to learn, they have to understand that this is the Seattle Sounders, and we take every game, every competition, Cascadia Cup, when we're in the Open Cup, MLS Cup, Supporter Shield, every single Leagues Cup, Champions League, we take every single competition seriously. Every game, we want to come out and we want to win. That's the DNA of this club, always will be. And so that's the message that I gave them at halftime, because the goal we gave up at halftime was not just about that half of soccer. It's about the longer term vision. Do not take your foot off the gas. We went up 1-0. They went into cruise control, and you don't win a championship at the end of the year when you do that.
Okay, we'll go over by the wall, Fox 13.
Hey, Coach. You talked about Pedro needing to work on the discipline, but the offense was a focal point going into the offseason. Craig adds Jesus and Paul. Having Pedro fully healthy to start the year and having him informed, does it feel like an offseason addition for the offense? And what does he add that you guys didn't have for a full season last year?
We have a new DP. If he can perform at that level, everybody, myself included, are going to be talking about what a great signing and what a great player he is. So we're continuing to, keep him grounded, but allow him to express who he is, because he's a tremendously exciting player. And I think all of us can see it. So let's just see how the rest of the season goes, but he certainly started off on the right foot.
All right, and I think, at this time we'll wrap up here on the far right. And then we'll mix over the open as soon as that's open.
You made 7 changes to the lineup tonight from your previous match against Charlotte FC. So just curious to hear your thoughts on, the confidence that you have in this team where you're able to make, significant changes into each match.
Okay. Well, I have full confidence in the team, the group. Changes have to be made because we can't get through this stretch of games without changes. And I think all of the players are ready to perform at the level that we need them to. So again, that's credit to Adam and the fitness staff and Craig. I think we have a very deep team.